Nashville right now is one of the hottest markets in the nation.
So you're probably gonna sell this one pretty quick.
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me?
We're doing the best we can here.
I've been flipping homes for 8 years. Nashville is fantastic. Looking good.
The fridge needs to be outside. We don't have a whole bunch of time to be messing around. When I'm looking for a flip, I'm just looking for the roughest one on the block.
Oh.
I'm always designing with my buyer in mind. I don't think a buyer is going to notice.
Let me see the floors.
Yeah, baby! That's the money shot right there!
There's so many risks in house flipping.
I got some bad news for you, man.
Are you freaking kidding me? Where's the granny?
I don't even know what you were thinking.
This is costing me twice as much as it should. I know at the end of the day, every penny, every heartache, every hair pulled out, it'll be worth it.
I have a couple people that might be interested.
We're selling this thing!
My name is Autumn, and I renovate historic homes in Nashville, Tennessee. I've done 25 pre-1920s homes. The more historic charm a house has, the more I love it. Are you kidding me?
We're doing the best we can here.
What am I supposed to do, hopscotch across the floor?
I would go around the back and come in.
I'm focusing on 2 properties this week. Queen Vicky, the historic Victorian that I'm currently working on, and then also Roycroft, which I'm deciding whether or not I want to rent that or turn it into a single family. I'm not a volume flipper because it's not cost effective. To me, I would rather do 2 or 3 houses that I can make $100,000 on rather than doing 20 or 30 that I can make 10 to 20 on. Mud disaster pit back here. I bought Queen Vicky 6 months ago for $260. The house was a daycare before we purchased it, so there weren't any true bedrooms or real baths. Now we will have 5 bedrooms, 6.5 baths. The house will be finished in 2 months, but this is by far the longest renovation to date and the most expensive. John.
Hey.
They were supposed to be finished with these floors 3 days ago.
Right.
They're not even halfway finished with the floors.
I know, Autumn. There's a lot of work
I need
involved
to
with it.
know when they're gonna be finished,
Okay.
when the trim is gonna start. $150,000 over budget. We purchased the house at $260. Initial budget was $275. We're now somewhere close to $460. Would I sell it for less than $1.1 million? Hell no.
We're really doing the best we can with the surprises that we deal with.
Yeah, the surprise is that I come and there's no one working here yesterday.
I understand.
Is that an issue with them or is it an issue with you?
We have very skilled craftsmen that are in here working on your floors.
Here's the bottom line.
Sure.
This project is costing me twice as much as it should. I need workers here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday through Thursday.
Sure.
My time is money. And so I have been called a bitch more than once on the job site. I don't know 100% if I want crown in this room. If I put crown, I can color it the same dark color as the ceiling and the walls. And then you don't have that obvious break with the bold white.
Big contrast.
Right. I got a really, really dark color. I want to sample that against the ceiling and see what happens. When you're doing a historic home, the details like the crown, stained glass windows, antique doors, even if they're not noticeable to the common eye, they are so important to the overall product. What do you think?
You know, Autumn, I think that you ought to put the crown in and just paint it all one color.
And then that way the next person that comes in, if they hate it, they can paint the crown. My clientele is rich, so in $1 million home, I always add crown molding. The higher end the home, generally the higher profits you can make. While we've got this ladder, we need to get that water bottle out of that fretwork, and you need to tell the workers not to put that up there anymore.
Yes, ma'am.
Unless they want to pay to have that respindled. I have had a mixed experience with my subcontractors. Depending on the time of the year and how much money they need, subs are either fantastic or they're lazy mother effers. This is the walk-in, stand-up, baby-making shower. Here's the kicker. I've killed the budget. I'm putting a glass door here, a glass door here, and glass all the way around. The purpose of this house is to keep it as historic as possible, but at the same time update it so that the modern urban meets old and cool. So these tiles, I want them on a straight pattern on the floor, and I want them to run up the front and the back of this wall. Now, just because we're behind schedule, I don't want them just slapping the on. It has to be done perfect.
I agree 100%.
There is clearly a problem that you and I are standing in here and we're not in the way of the workers. It's very frustrating when you have a deadline, you have expectations, and they're not happening. Are they gonna be back here tomorrow?
Be back in the morning, 8 o'clock.
Can we get them here at 7? Can we get them here at 7:30?
Probably get them here at 8 o'clock.
Just make sure they're here.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I see you brought a big doozy again, man. What the freak? Phil, are you gonna ever get me a house that's easy, buddy?
My name is Polly Kazanowski. I am a volume flipper here in Nashville.
I flip 10, 15, sometimes 30 at the same time.
I look at a flip like that's somebody's house. Everything that I do it 100%.
Come on in, let's go see what we got.
The plan for the next several days is to get
My house on Narvel ready and put it on the market.
and sell it. And also,
I bought this house on Vanderbilt that I haven't even seen yet, and I have to check it out and see what I have to do to put it on the market and sell it.
What do you see behind that house right there?
Yeah, the lake.
You know?
if you're a short-sighted, small-minded person, you're never gonna be able to do 50 houses in a year. I have the right people around me. Phil goes out, gets a property, and me and Goldfinger or Double D's evaluate it and figure out what we have to do to make this one shine and sell.
The
I
floor
think
is
we can
kind of
sell-
salvageable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still
It's
pretty,
pretty
Gotta do
strong,
something
pretty
on the rails,
solid.
though.
Yeah,
The
that's
rail is not
gold.
by code.
Polly calls me Goldfinger because everything I touch turns to gold.
The spindles have to be done differently. They can't be just put in with 2x4s.
My role is project manager. I basically direct everything from the beginning of a flip to the very end. Paulie calls me Double D's because all the women with the Double D's likes to chase me. That's his version of it, so that's what he calls me.
Well, I like the volume ceilings.
Yeah.
There's some potential in here. We still have to find a way to open it up.
Yeah.
Usually the houses we buy are 1960s, 1970, and they're really closed up. But today's buyer's looking for that open concept. So we know that we have to open up the walls and the staircase because it just doesn't function design-wise. I don't see a good kitchen. Obviously, I've got to gut the friggin' thing. You know, there's no space.
I can smell the basement from here.
That's Nashville basements.
Don't breathe too deeply down here.
We got to rip out all of this sheetrock in here.
There's a ton of work. This is gonna be super tough.
I see dollar signs here, dollar signs there. The budget in here is at least $45,000.
We could drywall this over and put the siding on the outside, put a microwave with a microwave cabinet on top.
They have 30-inch cabinets. I think we should do at least a 36, maybe a 42 all the way up. What I want to do to the kitchen is basically gut it. We want to go with a 36-inch cabinet with granite, undermount sink, new tile, and backsplash with like glass inlay in the backsplash, because that's really important in kitchens, because kitchens do sell houses. Vanity, the tubs, everything's got to go in here. For the bathroom, I want to pull out all the 1970 ugly, gag me with a spoon stuff, get it out of there, and then do like glass backsplash from the floor to ceiling. And I'll use like vessel sinks and really nice bathroom fixtures. This is an upscale neighborhood. We can't put in crap. How many times I gotta go over this stuff with you?
Let me show you a little something outside that might sweeten your pot. Look at this nice empty little field over here.
Okay.
That comes with it.
Are you me?
I'm not you.
Tell me you're lying to me. That comes with the friggin' house.
Yeah. We can break this off and subdivide this thing and sell that as another lot.
You tall bloke, I love you. Are you serious? Are you serious?
Yeah.
having that vacant lot meant at least another $40,000 to $50,000 in my pocket.
We bought this house for $70,000. Budget is gonna be around $50,000. We potentially can sell the house alone for $189,900. But having that added lot next door,
I can subdivide it and sell it. So
we're looking at around $95,000 potential profit. And to me, that's pretty good.
How fast do you think we could get this done?
I think we could get this done in 8 days.
Dude, you're
I'm serious. I don't care what you got to do to motivate the guys. 8 days. 8 days.
Superman here.
Guys, I got to get this thing done and get it on the market.
We are very quick when we flip a house because time is money.
Every day we're paying holding costs on the house as it's sitting on the market.
In this business, if you sit on a flip for too long, you're going to lose money.
8 days, boys. I know you can do it,
Dude,
man.
we
I'm
gotta push
pushing you
this.
guys.
You're
nuts,
you can
man.
do it.
What's going on? You getting a lot done?
Well, there's still some drywall repairs to do over here.
My name is Marilyn Bell, and I'm a real estate investor. I flip houses, I have rental properties, and I'm also a realtor, so I can represent my own deals. Does this still need to be sanded?
Yeah, there's still some trim that yet to be put in.
I started flipping houses with my husband, but we're actually going through divorce now, so I'm starting over on my own, and this is actually the first project that I'm doing completely by myself.
When are you expected to put it up on the market?
Sooner's better, so then I can move on to the next one.
Yeah.
This is all my money right here. I'm currently finishing up this house on Eastside Avenue, and I'm having a broker's open in 6 days, so I really have to get it show ready. This is the first house that I ever bought 10 years ago. I turned it into a rental. Then 3 years ago, I added the second story. Now it's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, plus a bonus room. When I originally bought the house, I paid $65,900. I'm in at about $135,900. Hopefully I'll sell it for $279,000. I'm a little bit nervous about going out on my own, but I have 3 kids to provide for, and I have to always know that I can take care of us without anyone else's help. You think since we have to redo this whole room and that whole room, we ought to add a color?
Or even if we do accent walls.
I don't like accent walls, that looks cheap.
It wouldn't look bad, but that's up to you.
Damon is my longtime friend. He's kind of moved into project manager role. He's stubborn and he thinks he's always right. I really try to keep my personality out of my flips. I'm always designing with my buyer in mind. I don't like the white on there.
You mentioned black, and I was like, no,
Yeah, I like the black. Look at the appliances are black and stainless.
I don't agree at all. I have a tendency to think about the overall aesthetic. Marilyn may want to do something that's good enough to sell.
Is it cabinet level?
Not at all.
What about, is the ceiling level?
No, the level's the level, and it's not level.
So neither are level.
They're pretty uneven. So what do you think you want to do about it?
I mean, I can barely notice it. I don't think a buyer is gonna notice. The foundation in the main house had to be replaced. We straightened it as much as we could without having to really tear out that kitchen and redo it. It's still structurally sound. It's just cosmetic at this point, any of the little crooked, wonky stuff. The main house is pretty much done, but right now I'm working on this little storage building in the back, seeing if I can add some value to the house.
Now that we're going further along with electrical and we got it put together like this, obviously we're not going to make it living space, but we outfit it as a rehearsal studio / art studio.
How much time and money is that gonna be?
You might be adding a couple thousand more, but you're also increasing the interest a lot more. You okay with that?
I say we do it. We were already putting in a bathroom, just adding that little bar kitchen area and having a little studio back there. That's not something that every house has, so that's gonna be a quick sale. East Nashville's a really hip scene. You know, it's a lot of artists, a lot of musicians. They don't want boring and bland, so we can really kind of do what we want. Gray on the walls, blue glass tile, you know, a little bit funkier. How long start to finish on this?
It's at least 2.5 days to get all the drywall done.
I want to show this in 6 days because my time is money. The longer I have a house, that's the longer that money is not in my bank account.
Be positive. I think we're coming along just fine.
All right.
Today is demo day. We couldn't get the roof crew here because of the rain.
Hey, it's a little rain. Come on, you're not gonna melt.
The fridge needs to be outside. We don't have a whole bunch of time to be messing around. We're friends, but I'm the boss. I don't even know what you were thinking.
Today's demo day, we're ripping out the kitchen. The kitchen cabinets are gonna be completely gone. We're gonna be ripping out the stairwell walls, so we have to rip all the sheetrock off. Paulie put us on an 8-day time crunch. We're gonna put the house on the market, so whatever it takes to get the job done, we're gonna do it.
Go ahead, buddy. He doesn't slow down. It's just smashing everything. I mean, it's kind of a beautiful sight. I can see the light, buddy. It's what I call a symphony of a rehab. We love to just conduct, and it's beautiful. You can see through to the kitchen, man.
This is what we were looking for.
Today's demolition day. I'm here. I gave them that timeline of 8 days, and I want to see if they're on schedule already.
Polly Pocket!
What's up, man?
What's going on, buddy?
You know what? I never doubt you guys. This is what I was talking about. You see how open it is? We could take a bad floor plan and we can make any house look good. The banisters and the living room area, which we opened up, is gonna look phenomenal. We're gonna come in with the wiring. It's very modern, very functional too. It allows sunlight to shine through to the kitchen. The kitchen looks like hell right now, but I picked some really nice finishes. When someone walks into that kitchen, it's gonna sell this house.
We couldn't get the roof crew here because of the rain.
Be ready because it's showtime tomorrow. We gotta rip it off.
The rain is hurting us, and the guys not being able to move around outside the way they want and do things is looking rough for us right now on this 8-day rehab.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, it's a little rain. Come on, you're not gonna melt. Come on, start unloading it.
Paul's expecting this property to get done in 8 days. We're expecting sleet, ice, snow. This is nuts.
We don't
No
stop
sleep this week.
Till this is finished.
I told my wife and kids, no sleep this week.
I think they might be gone. Unfortunately, last night we had our storage locker broken into. I was very upset. There have been very few homes that I have renovated where nothing got stolen. The storage locker contains my Victorian back doors. It contains a lot of light fixtures. I don't know what's missing, but I hope it's not my doors. I think all the subs showed up today. The main floors have been laid, but the tile for the shower upstairs. Once we opened all the boxes, of course, there were some issues. There was a shortage of some of the pencil trim. Fortunately, I was able to call the distributor, and she brought it back. Here you are, ma'am. Thank you, thank you. You want to see the house? Yes, please. It's not every day that they will deliver tile. It was their mistake, so I thought it was awfully nice for her to rush over and bring that tile. So we need to check and make sure this is gonna be enough. 19, 20, 22, 23, 24. There's no way it's gonna be short. It's short 9. How long is it gonna take us to get those in?
Well, being that quantity and that color is their most popular one, I would probably have them do all except the panels. You know, go ahead.
It's very frustrating. Had we not had those setbacks, tile will be done. Oh, look. Yay, look at my doors, they're here. I was so incredibly relieved that those doors weren't stolen. Those Victorian doors are incredibly detailed with wood carvings and characteristics of things that you cannot find in the doors of today. Oh my God, they're 9.5 foot. They're 1800s. I don't know the exact date. It could be as old as 1870s. If you're just looking at the bottom line, it's easy to get in and get out. I don't like cutting corners. I try to find things at salvage yards. I try to find things at yard sales. If you're gonna do a historic home, you need to put the time, the energy, the research into doing it correctly. I got these doors, and I said, I want the original hinges that would have gone on this door. A hinge at Home Depot, $3. How much do you think 2 hinges for a door like this would be? $475. I didn't throw up in their floor, but I wanted to. Sometimes you just have to bite the bullet and spend that extra few bucks to get the good stuff.
I will call you about the tile and we'll get that situated, okay?
Perfect, ma'am.
Bye, dear. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Right now, the Vanderbilt property is in construction, but I usually flip around 20 to 25 houses at the same time. Now, we're getting the Norvell property set up for open house tomorrow.
You made it.
How you guys doing?
Hey, this place looks awesome.
How you doing? It's so good to see you. I'm excited to see what it turns out like. The property was purchased for $55,000. We put $136,000 in our budget, and we are listing it for $349,900. Potentially, that can make over $100,000 in about 3 months of work.
All right, we can start unloading everything for the first floor.
It's 24 hours from open house, and we have the staging companies coming, so this is crunch time. I got a deadline to make.
Why don't we we set the art in the bedroom?
Let's move this.
You're strong. Oh, you got that.
Look at this.
This is my
You know
little
what? I
foyer.
ate my Wheaties this morning. The importance of having the proper staging for your house is it really gives the opportunity for the new buyer to see how their furniture can flow in the space.
You want
Let me
it?
test this out.
Come on, let's have a seat.
Like, yeah, I mean, I could see the people coming in here. you know.
Relaxing.
I'm loving it. It's imperative we get the asking price. If this house doesn't sell, that means I can't buy the next house.
I got some bad news for you, man.
Are you freaking kidding me? Oh, it's always something in this business. Sammy, come on in. How do you like it?
Oh my
Come on
gosh.
in here.
It looks awesome in here.
Today is open house day. We're super excited. I mean, the house turned out beautifully. When I walked in this morning and I saw what Karen did with the staging, it was unbelievable. I mean, it felt like home. Look at this. You're gonna love this. That steely gray backsplash. What do you think of
It
that?
looks awesome.
I wanna show you too what we did with the custom tile.
I love that.
So-
I love the vertical.
In this area, it's an urban area, so it's real important to stick with a lot of the urban features. Custom cabinets, the custom tile work in the bathrooms are second to none with the glass inlays, the hardwood floors, plus the granite, and it all kind of comes together with all the neutral colors and earth tones in the whole house. It's imperative we get the asking price. I mean, we put so much money in here.
We're selling it today,
You're
Polly.
the best, I'm telling you. We bought this property for $55,000. We're in at about $136,000. We're asking $350,000. If this house doesn't sell, that means my money's wrapped up in this house. That means I can't buy the next house. And if I can't buy the next house, I can't make money in this business. How are you?
Nice to see
Good
you.
to see you. Feel free and look around and check out the place. Get all crazy.
We've got some soft close cabinets over here.
I was just wondering about some of the registers are more so historically correct.
Yeah.
But a lot of the decor or the finishes is more contemporary. I'm more on the historically correct side of things.
I appreciate your insight.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Every open house, everybody's a critic. You always think like, man, did I do the right thing? Did I make the right choices?
I do like the soft close on all the cabinets.
Oh, thank you.
That's a great idea.
She likes one thing.
We really like how you've kept the same modern design throughout the whole space. Yeah, thank you.
The kitchen was something that everybody was excited about. Staggered cabinets, the granite, the undermount sinks.
We're asking $350,000.
So you're probably gonna sell this one pretty quick.
Oh yeah,
So if
definitely.
I wanna get my offer in, I better do it now.
You better do it today.
We're very confident on closing this really quickly, but you just never know with today's buyers. They're very finicky.
Ready? All right, you got that there, strong man?
The main house is pretty much done, but converting the storage building into a recording studio is a ton of work. Hopefully today I'll have tile going in, I'll have laminate flooring going in, Damon should have a coat of paint on in there, and then we'll be ready to hang cabinets and do trim and finishing touches. I'm on a really tight schedule. I've already planned for a broker's open, so I'm here to just make sure everything's on track so we can do our broker's open Friday as planned. Is this how this color's gonna look?
Yes, it is. It's only the first
It's a
coat.
little light.
It's a little blue.
Oh, it's a little lighter than I wanted,
Well,
but
we
I don't
can-
think we have time to redo it.
No, but I can darken what we got.
I think gray's more modern. It's a good neutral. You know, they can hang their band posters or whatever they want to do. But it didn't look the same on the swatch, so it's a little bluer and a little paler than I wanted, but we'll just roll with it because we don't have time to redo it.
We got some tile issues.
The tile is what I picked out. I do think it's really important to factor in what is this neighborhood like. You know, if it's a ceramic tile neighborhood, you don't want to go in with marble because you're not going to get that money back. I wouldn't have cut this down because now, look, we have extra backer board up there. I would take this row out and cut it bigger. I don't like how he's ending now where we're going to have a 2-inch strip on the top, so we're going to just pull those off. Aesthetically, it's much better to get a bigger piece. Oh, it goes that way. Fridge on the end.
The fridge being on the end is going to create a wall.
If you have a fridge in there, you cannot open the door and stand there because these cabinets. If I'm standing here and I want to be looking around in the fridge needs to be on the side.
We're just messing around. We're just trying stuff out. Don't worry
We
about
don't have a whole bunch of time to be messing around. I gave Damon the plans on the cabinet, and he didn't put them how I wanted. I don't have to watch him too hard. But where he gets into trouble is where he thinks his way is the better way or the right way. We're friends, but I'm the boss. It's a lot of money I spent doing this project, so it needs to be done the way I want because I know what the buyers want. If you have the fridge here, look, I have all this room to be like putting my butt out, seeing what's on the bottom shelf. It needs to move.
I decided to try something out. You know, I had an aesthetic interest, an opinion.
I don't like it being in the way. I think it's gonna look like crap.
I think you're crazy. I don't even know what you were thinking.
At the end of the day, she's the deciding factor on the job.
Let's just clear this up right now. Hold on. There we go.
We're good for open house on Friday?
Yes, most definitely.
When are you gonna paint the cabinet?
When?
Yeah.
Probably tonight.
I'm scheduled to have a broker's open in about 3 days, so I really don't want to miss that deadline. I need you to caulk the upstairs bathroom tub.
I'm not doing all that.
Yeah, I just need you to caulk one line because they need time to cure before my open house.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Welcome.
I don't think I've ever purchased a property where I didn't find something super weird. There's a diaper keeping the mice out. Looking good. Today, I'm meeting up with the trim guys to make sure that the crown is positioned properly. My goal every day is to make sure the guys are doing it right and they're actually doing it. I want a little bit of that flat texture.
Sure.
You know, but I don't want the trim to be too big.
Okay.
Can we get those guys to show me?
Sure.
The ceiling height in that living room is 12 feet. And so the height of the room justifies a large crown. That's some big crown. Do you have your tape on you? How big is that?
9 inches, 9 1/4.
Okay. The most effective way to save money is to put a piece at the top and a smaller piece at the bottom, separated by drywall. So you can actually paint those two pieces of trim in that drywall the same color, and what would be a 7-inch or 3-inch piece of trim now becomes a 10 or 12 or 20-inch piece of trim, as big as you want to make it. I think it's good.
You got a tall ceiling, you know?
Yeah, I think it's nice. Don't tell anybody that's not one piece of crown.
Oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me.
What's going on?
You're not serious. All right, man. Thanks.
What's going on?
Dude, the freaking water meter for the house is on that lot.
On the lot?
On the lot that we're supposed to be splitting to sell.
Oh, no.
You know how much money that's gonna cost us? You're telling Paul,
I'm not
man.
telling him, man.
Dude, that's not...
No way, man. You gotta tell him.
Paul's not gonna be happy, so I'm a little nervous about that, to be honest with you. Paulie!
Paulie!
Come here, man.
Bad news,
Dude, I got
buddy.
some bad news for you, man.
I can't handle friggin' bad news right now.
The freaking water meter is on that lot for this house. In order to split that lot from this house, which is what makes this a good deal,
Okay.
we gotta put a water meter here. Dude,
Are you friggin' kidding me? You're telling me we don't have a tap, a water tap on this house?
No,
Not
man.
on
Are you
this lot.
friggin' kidding me?
No.
Oh, how much is this gonna cost? Honestly, man,
It's looking something like $10,000.
10 grand. You're 10 grand. It's always something in this business. Everybody thinks they could do it, but once you get into it, it's not for the faint of heart, I promise you that. I'm not paying no friggin' 10 grand to put a tap on this house. I'll dig it myself. I'll get a shovel and I'll dig it myself, because I don't have that money in the budget.
Sorry, buddy. We have
I gotta
to break
go.
it to you.
$10,000 on a $50,000 budget. I mean, guess what? That's gonna cost too much money. I gotta figure something out, and I will. Good morning.
Lovely day, huh? I bought this house last week. I helped renovate the one beside it, and I own the 5 across the street. So I've had my eye on this house for some time. Jeez, so nasty.
Yeah.
The purpose of this visit is to have my realtor, Mark, help me decide whether I should rent it or completely remodel it and try to get it back on the market in the spring. Here's the deal. The house is currently set up as a triplex. It's got 4 meters, so it can be a quadplex. And of course, there's always the option of converting it back to single family. I'm not a house flipper in that I buy a house, I fix it up and sell it. You always have the rent option because if the market falls and you can't flip a house, then you need the ability to maintain it. I mean, the money is in the fact that it's zoned quadplex.
To stabilize it, 60,000? No, 40,000 probably. It's really not
It
bad.
depends on the mechanics. You know, we see that there's a central heat and air unit. We don't know that it works. The lady that owned the house happens to be a tax accountant. I had approached her a couple years ago, but I'd never been in it, so we ended up buying the house sight unseen, but it took 6 months of her doing our taxes to convince her to sell it to us. Obviously, this 1954 dishwasher's got to go, you know?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
It's by far not the worst one I've seen. It certainly needs some love and attention. Ugh. There's a diaper in that corner keeping the mice out. I found a diaper used as an insulation method. I don't think I've ever purchased a property where I didn't find something super weird. Man, I've seen it all. We picked this property up for $170,000. Let's say worst case scenario, it cost us $50,000 to get this up to par. What will we need to rent this out for to make our numbers work?
All cleaned up, $1,000 a unit, $4,000.
I have multiple properties on the street, and so if I keep this as a rental, I can build up the value of the neighborhood as a whole. It's kind of like playing Monopoly. The more you have, the more you control. I think we fix it up, we get it rented, we see where the market is in 2 or 3 years.
And still not sell it. Just cross your arms and boast.
Yes, I own this house.
Hey, that's where the microwave goes. Why did he go all the way up? That's wasting money. Does he know about the 8-day deadline?
We've been working on this house for 4 days. The cabinets are in, the floors are done. We've got the tile in the bathrooms being done. We're going with a neutral color with glass tile inlay. We have 3 days to put the house on the market. The main thing putting us behind right now is just the weather, but we're pushing them hard. We can't lose momentum.
It's freezing out there!
Dude,
what's
it's
up, you
freezing,
crazy
man.
bastard?
Dude.
It's freezing my ass off.
What's up with the water situation?
I went down to the water district. I started telling him. He starts telling me how much it's gonna cost. I start grabbing my heart. I'm like, come on, man, I'm going home, man. You gotta help me out on this thing. He said they'll tap it on the front end if we dig it to the house. So with them tapping, it's gonna be $1,100. Okay. And then with us, I was figuring somewhere around $600,
Yeah,
something like that.
news,
We good?
man.
That's good news.
It's not gonna be $7,000 to $10,000. It's only gonna be $1,800. Holly always finds a way to make it happen, and we just keep going hard and strong.
Are you cool with this selection?
Yeah, that's,
You like
that's
that?
what I picked. When we walked into this house, the biggest eyesore was that staircase and the wall in front of it. I said, I have to do something really dramatic to it. And I love to use accent walls and stack stoning, brings the warmth to it, and it gives it my signature. What about the kitchen? Let's go in here, man.
The floors are in, man. Look at this.
Let me see the floors. Oh, yeah, baby! That's the money shot right there. Floors were really something that I was happy with. Just the striations and the real natural knots in the wood really made it pop. It's an old world charm, and that's what we like to do in our houses. Where's the granite?
I talked to Servio. He says he's coming today.
Does he know about the 8-day deadline?
He does, but
He always causes me
call him
headaches.
right now, man.
Give him a call
Yeah,
right
call
now.
him right now.
Tell him to get over here. I know it's snowing. I know there's ice. But you know what? Hey, I'm here. If I can make it here, he can make it here. He's got 4-wheel drive, and I'm driving a 750, and that's not good in snow.
We got 3 days left. We're waiting on the granite to get here. As soon as it gets here, we're starting the backsplash. We're gonna start the stone today. We gotta paint the exterior. We just gotta keep pushing forward to get this thing done and listed, because the faster we sell it, the faster we can jump on to the next project, take that money and move it into the next one.
All right, Paul. We'll
Love
see
you,
you,
man.
We'll call
Take
you,
care.
man. So let's get this thing going, man.
Let's roll,
Let's get
buddy.
this sheetrock on
Georgie,
there,
let's
man.
rock and roll.
My biggest concern is that the recording studio is completely ready for the brokers open this morning. Damon had to make sure that the tile got finished. They had to get the cabinets completely set and the countertops in. Really a lot of work went in yesterday. I just hope it all looks good. Oh, thank God, Damon, you got it all done.
Hi. You like it?
It looks great overall. You came through for me. We're on time.
Yay.
So I'm really glad I didn't have to push it back. 6 days ago, we just had 4 walls. We've had a lot of work to do. Everything from the drywall, paint, cabinets, counters, plumbing fixtures, everything. It was a big project. Did they fix that row of tile I didn't like?
It still needs some help, but it'll be all right.
It's good enough for the open house. When the brokers are in here, they're just gonna kind of peek in and they're gonna see the full picture. I don't think they're gonna see all the little details.
Right.
I think it's fine for today. I'm still not 100% happy with it, but it was good enough to show and to give the realtors an idea that, look at this cool space back here for your buyers. And I think that the cabinet color toned down the blue in the wall, so I'm happy with that now. I think it looks great for today, and I am so thankful that you stayed through the night and got it done.
I'm glad you're pleased. Now I can go home.
Basically, we have one more day left. We have to get the paint completely finished. We're doing an accent wall because it gives it a little bit of character. We're focused on the stacked stone on the inside and the handrail system for going up the stairs. If Paulie comes in here and starts pointing out anything that he doesn't like that needs to be changed, it's really gonna throw off our deadline.
What's up, man? Dude, I'm telling you, man, I'm just stressing out. If I don't see granite, that means there's no way I'm gonna finish. If I walk in and see granite, I have a small outside the park chance that I'm gonna make it. Oh, shit, he made it!
The granite came in, buddy.
Sergio, I take back everything I was saying about you yesterday.
He came through,
He came through, man, that looks good. When I noticed that granite, I swear to God, I could have kissed that granite.
We got a little minor hold up.
Hit it to me gently.
The backsplash looks really good, I know.
Hey, how come did he go all the way? That's where the microwave goes. Why did he go all the way up? That's wasting money.
I wish that was all he did, though. Look over here. Looks like he started drinking a little too much when he got in this area.
You gotta be kidding me, man.
He used the wrong adhesive. He used the floor tiling adhesive rather than a wall adhesive, which is a lot stronger. So when the backsplash was put on, it dropped down about 1/4 of an inch, smashing the inside tile and popping it out a hair.
We're gonna have to rip this out and individually put each piece where it's buckling out. That's the only solution here for the timeline and the money. When I saw that, I was kind of disappointed. I think because I'm losing money on time, on labor.
Look at our shutters, man.
You see how the paint's bubbling?
It's too cold, man.
cold,
What is
man.
it, 45 out here?
Yeah.
Maybe we can move them over here. Let the sun hit them.
Yeah, that's a good
You know
idea.
what I mean? The paint was bubbling, and that only happens when it's too cold. If it rains tomorrow, I'm done. I can't paint the house. Bottom line, it chews out the profits. Keep the morale up. If you gotta buy some pizzas, get some Cokes and Pepsis or whatever it is.
There's so much that still has to be done. It's ridiculous. We only have 1 day left. It's crazy.
You guys are doing an awesome job. I know sometimes I push you guys, but I believe in you guys, man. Thank you, buddy.
The deal's not a deal until Goldfinger touches it.
Touch the door, Goldfinger. I'm about to walk into this house and see if we made it or we didn't.
What do you think, buddy?
I think the shower's looking really nice. We're still waiting on the pencil trim.
Pencil trim over there.
It's special order.
So you never know when.
I was told it would be this week. I'm still waiting on a callback to find out when. The shower bed is done.
It is done, yeah.
And then we'll hold off on this till we get the pencil pieces. So we'll wrap up this today.
Yeah.
Then we should be ready to get the plumbing fixtures and the cabinetry. When I decided the glass crackledy tile, I love it. I love the color, I love the layout. It's ridiculously expensive. But I said, you know what? This is not a standard flip. This is going to be a landmark home. And the tile should be landmark tile. Good, yay, let's get it done. Ribbons Arc and get this puppy finished. I'm really excited about this house. It's over budget and behind schedule, but I know at the end of the day when it's finished that it will be worth every penny, every fight, every heartache, every day I've wanted to throw up on my workers that didn't show up. It'll be worth it.
For coming.
Thanks for having us.
Today is the Brokers Open, and in the main house, we really just had like touch-up paint and staging. I think the staging was amazing. It really took away the focus from like, the little imperfections. So we're in really good shape. Take a look. If you have any questions, just let me know.
Okay.
A Brokers Open is really similar to an open house, except that you don't bring your clients. The brokers come and they preview and they think about which clients they have. And so today what I'm seeking is advice on my list price because I've got a range in mind, but I want to make sure that I'm right on target for a quick sale.
I really like this. This is very, very comfortable.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I originally bought this house for $65,900. I've put in $135,900. My target price is $279,000. I'm hoping the brokers will give me a higher number.
As far as the skewness and everything, you kind of tell with the cabinets, it looks like it's a little bit off kilter.
We actually did straighten one exterior wall. Anything else is just cosmetic at this point.
The slanting, that's not a problem, not in this neighborhood. When you have houses that are older, there's going to be settling.
I didn't expect this. No, I didn't either. Look at that great tile. I mean, I like the house, but now this really
adds value. That's what buyers want.
I think having a recording studio really adds a lot. There's so many artists here, and it makes this house have something that the next house doesn't.
So do you have anyone looking for a 3 to 4 bedroom in East Nashville?
I have a couple people that really might be interested. This would be really good for them.
I was really pleased with the Brokers Open. Those are realtors that are actually out there working. They have buyers. They work in that neighborhood. What do you think your buyer would be interested at?
I think if I were to list this house, I would go in at $299,900, and I think you'd probably come in with 2 to 3 offers. Is that what you were thinking? I'd like to call my buyers.
I think that sounds great. Bring them on through.
Okay, great. Will do.
I'm really excited about the prices I was hearing because I was really shooting for a $279,000 and I wanted confirmation of that. But at $299,000, I cleared like $100,000. Making $100,000 on this house really puts me in a nice cash position so I can go forward and flip a lot of houses this year, more than I've ever done in another year.
This is day 8. I'm about to walk into this house and see if we made it or we didn't. I'm excited to see it. You got the paint on the patio. Oh, it's looking good, man. I was so worried about that. We had the problems with the paint bubbling, but man, it just turned out unbelievable. I love the colors.
You think this guy's gonna be happy?
I think this guy's gonna be happy. I hope he's happy.
Okay, come on.
The deal's not a deal until Goldfinger touches it.
Touch the door, Goldfinger. Get out of town.
What do you think, Paulie?
Dude, you animals.
We're crazy,
man. This is exactly what I had in my mind when I was designing it. When I walked in, it was like a dramatic change. It was unbelievable. Doing a stack stone accent wall costs a little more time and labor, but that is kind of our signature. You can see right through to the kitchen. It makes the house feel bigger. Look at the kitchen. Oh, you brought the color over. You brought the color over. It pops, man. The granite came in, the tile. The tile.
Fixed, baby.
You came in and fixed it, didn't you, buddy? Double D's to the rescue. Man, that looks good, buddy. I knew I had to gut out the kitchen because it wasn't functional. People always gather around the kitchen. So I really love pouring my heart and soul in the kitchen because that's where every party ends up. It ends up in the kitchen. Oh my God, look at this. Oh, you got the vanities. That's what I'm talking about. I love the design. We put in the quality finishes, and that's why we sell our houses for full price. You guys did a phenomenal job. I love it.
Paulie was blown away. It was everything to his expectations, everything that he envisioned. I think he saw it in here today.
I love the design, but let's talk numbers. Our original budget was $50,000. Where are we at right now?
Right now, we're sitting right around $52,000, so we're a little bit over.
Guys, listen, we're looking around $50,000 profit, and that's in 8 days. I mean, we're not just good looking, we're smart too. Let me tell you something. The plan for this house is to put it on the market, market the property and get it sold as quickly and as efficiently as possible. I know when I gave you that timeline, it was real tight, and that budget was pretty tight too, but we pulled it off. So now let's go celebrate, because what? We celebrate All wins, baby, because we're selling this thing.
Thanks a lot, man.